Hello everyone. In this video, we will be evaluating trigonometric function, and this is the first part. Before we jump into some examples, let's have a review on evaluating trigonometric functions. First, we remember that reference angles are angles that are located in the first quadrant. So I actually cut this piece right here from the unit circle, and this is actually located in the first quadrant. As you can see here, there are coordinates for each of the angles here. So these coordinates are giving us very important information about this angle. We remember that the x represents the cosine of the angle and the y represents the sine of the given angle. So I'm just going to write that down here. Okay, so again, the x represents the cosine of the angle, and then the y represents the sine of the angle. So pretty much in this picture right here, we can go ahead and say that cosine 30 is square root of 3 over 2, sine 30 is 1/2, cosine 45 is square root of 2 over 2, sine 45 is square root of 2 over 2, cosine 60 is 1/2, and sine 60 is square root of 3 over 2. Now, please remember that these reference angles are very important because once we know the values for each of these angles, we will be able to determine the rest of the values around the unit circle. So again, we need to determine what is the reference angle of a given angle. So pretty much these are the formulas to determine the reference angle. So this is the formula that we use when the angle is in the second quadrant. This is the formula that we use when the angle is in the third quadrant. And this is the formula that we use when the angle is in the fourth quadrant. Now let's have an example to better see how this formula works. So let's take these examples right here. So we're going to start with sine 225. Again, in this problem, we're supposed to evaluate this trigonometric function right here, and we're supposed to write our answer in exact value. There are steps that we need to follow in order that we can evaluate this trigonometric function right here. The first step is to label the unit circle and sketch the angle. So in this unit circle that we have here, I'm just going to go ahead and label this as 0. This is 90 degrees. This is 180, this is 270, and this is 360 degrees. And this is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. And we are supposed to determine the sine of 225. So just by looking at the unit circle right here, 225 should be located somewhere around the third quadrant. So I can go ahead and write this as 225. So then this is 225 right here. And then we are going to label this. Again, this is 225 degrees. It's located on the third quadrant. So then we go ahead and move on to the second step. The second step is to determine the reference angle and evaluate. The formulas for the reference angle at any quadrant are located in the first slide that I have here. So we go ahead and show the work for this. So our reference angle is, again, this is on the third quadrant, so the reference angle is equal to, that's going to be 225 minus 180. So if we subtract these two together, so that would be 45 degrees, which means that the coordinate of this point right here is pretty similar to that of the 45 degrees. So we have here the reference angle. At 45 degrees, that is square root of 2 over 2 and square root of 2 over 2. So I can go ahead and label this as square root of 2 over 2 and square root of 2 over 2. So this is the coordinate of this point right here. Now, since this is on the third quadrant, in the third quadrant, the x is negative and the y is negative. So I can go ahead and put negatives to both of these x and y values. So then we go ahead and remember that this x value represents the cosine of the angle, and this y value represents the sine of the angle. Since we're looking for the sine here, it means that we are looking for the y value. So that means sine 225 is actually equal to negative square root of 2 over 2. So this is our value for sine 225. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so we're gonna go over the problem here. Again, the first step is to label the unit circle and sketch the angle. So I'm just gonna go ahead and label this unit circle right here. Okay, so once we've labeled it, we're supposed to determine this coordinate. In order that we can do that, we need to move on to the second step. The second step is to determine the reference angle and evaluate. So this is on the second quadrant. I'm just going to show the work in determining for the reference angle down below. Okay, so the reference angle for 150 is 30. So that means that the coordinate for this dot right here is pretty similar to that of 30. So I'm just going to go ahead and write this down up here. So that is square root of 3 over 2, and then that is 1/2. So then we go ahead and remember that in the second quadrant, the x is negative and the y is positive. So this is negative right here. And so we're now ready to evaluate. Since we are looking for cosine, we remember that the x value represents the cosine of the angle and the y value represents the sine of the angle. So in this problem right here, we can go ahead and say that since we're looking for cosine, we are looking at the x value. So the x value is negative square root of 3 over 2. So I can go ahead and write that up here, negative square root of 3 over 2. So this is the value for cosine 150 in exact value. Did you get the same answer as this? Good. Perfect. Now let's move on to the next example right here. So we're supposed to evaluate tangent 300. So it's pretty much the same thing. We're going to follow the same steps. So the first step is to label the unit circle and sketch the angle. So I'm just going to go ahead and label this. Okay, so this angle is located in the fourth quadrant. So that we go ahead and move on to the second step. The second step is to determine the reference angle and evaluate. So I'm just going to show the work down here. Okay, so the reference angle for 300 is 60. So what it's trying to tell us is that the coordinate of this dot right here is pretty similar to that of 60. So I can go ahead and label this. So 60 would be 1/2, and then that's square root of 3 over 2. Now, please remember that in the fourth quadrant, the x is positive and the y is negative. So I can go ahead and label this as negative square root of 3 over 2. We are looking for tangent 300. We remember that the x represents the cosine of the angle, and then the y represents the sine of the angle. From this coordinate, the tangent is not given to us. But again, we can solve for the tangent using this formula right here. So I'm just going to show the formula for the tangent right here. Okay, since we say that a tangent is equal to opposite over adjacent, the opposite to the angle is y, and then the adjacent to the angle is x. Now we remember that the x represents the cosine of the angle. That's how we write the cosine here. And then the y represents the sine of the angle. So these two equations that we have here are actually equivalent to each other. So we go ahead and plug the values in. So we start with y. So our y is square root of 3 over 2. That's a negative. So I'm just going to write that up here. And then the denominator is the x, which is 1/2. And so we have a fraction over a fraction. So what are we going to do is we write the numerator first. So that's negative square root of 3 over 2 times. We are going to flip the denominator and multiply across. So that would be 2 over 1. So we can go ahead and cross out the 2 and the 2 here. So we are left with negative square root of 3. So this is our tangent 300. So this is tangent 300 right here. So we go ahead and say that this Tangent 300 right here is equal to negative square root of 3. So I'm just gonna put that inside the box right here. Okay, at this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so we go over the problem here. Again, the first step is to label the unit circle and sketch the angles. I'm just gonna label this unit circle right here. Okay, since we have 90 degrees, so I labeled it. So this is our dot right here on the circle. So what are we going to do is we determine the coordinate of this dot. Remember, the unit circle has a radius of 1. So we can go ahead and say that our x here is 0 and our y is 1. Because again, this is a unit circle. A unit circle has a radius of 1 unit. Again, please remember that the x represents the cosine of the angle and the y represents the sine of the angle. But we're looking for tangent. Again, we remember the formula for tangent. Okay, so if we plug these values in, so we have tangent of 90. Our y again is 1. And then I put the 1 there. Our x is 0. 1 divided by 0 is undefined. So it's gonna be undefined on 90. Did you get the same answer as this? Good. Perfect. If you find this video helpful, hit like and subscribe for more math videos. See ya!